6 assists for Armand Benford for South Suburban with 6 points. 6 rebounds for Cicero and for Harris. As a team, they're 1 out of 11 shooting threes. It's just abandoned that because they're 16 to 25 shooting beside that. Dakota County's only taken 21 shots in the game. They've made 8. 4 out of 7 shooting threes. They've been out-rebounded 21 to 11. South Suburban has 8 offensive rebounds to 11 total rebounds for Dakota County. Dakota County 12 turnovers to 5 for South Suburban. Rasheed Bell has 5 steals. And looking at the baskets made by South Suburban, all but 3 were directly under the basket.
Yeah, that's big.
It's just crazy.
So South Suburban will start things here in the second half after the Blue Knights won the opening tip. Driving baseline is Benford. Benford loses it and will go to the Blue Knights. Coach Pagatti says it was off his foot. And the refs are going to go ahead and say Dakota County basketball.
Yeah, Coach wants to review. That's not happening.
Yeah.
And the turnover gives the ball over to
Marquez Rogers has it poked away and will stay with the Blue Knights.
Boy, he's got fast hands, Bell. Fast everything.
Inbound pass over to Daniels. Daniels to Murray. Murray driving in the lane. Shot up between 2. No good. South Suburban back the other way.
It's a nice move. He just couldn't control it. Once he started, he had a line to the basket and then had to look to it while he transferred the ball and couldn't do anything with it once he did.
Ball out of bounds. Last touched by Dakota County. South Suburban will inbound. Over to Armand Benford. Benford to Bell. To Mingo. Mingo back to Benford on the left side. Bell almost caught in the corner. Now Anthony Harris will take a 3. No good. And look at that. Another offensive rebound for South Suburban. Mingo coming down with it, but then stolen away by Tremaine Daniels. And the Blue Knights, they need a lot this half if they're going to want to make a game out of this. They're going to have to bring the intensity, that's for sure, because South Suburban, they bring it.
Still not able to penetrate, really. Now they go in.
And they miss it, though. They miss that easy shot. Gilquist misses that shot. An offensive rebound back down, and then South Suburban's going to go back the other way with it. Mingo all the way to the hoop. Shot up and somehow gets that to fall.
And it probably would have been goaltending if it didn't, because they slapped the backboard as it was on it.
42-23. South Suburban leading, and they're going to get Rasheed Bell reaching in there. That'll be his first.
Yeah, too much body that time by Bell. He doesn't need that.
Only his first. First team foul this half for South Suburban.
Well, a matchup between Suburban and Southwestern would be a really good one.
Ooh, bad pass there by Daniels. Airmails it to nobody, and that will be a Memories by Design turnover. Memories by Design, located in Town Center, your locally owned one-stop shop with amazing things, keepsakes, trophies, bridal, anniversary, and more.
Again, just the pressure. They didn't have to touch him at all. Just put the pressure on him and forced him to nervously throw the ball away.
Cross-court pass over to Mingo. Nice pass down low to Pinder, and it's stolen away by the Blue Knights. And being fought for now, and we're going to say jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of the Blue Knights.
Well, that was unfortunate because they did get the ball inside. Bounce passes are always going to be very tough for the big guys to handle, and he wasn't able to handle it. Cicero put it on the ground, and diving for it were the Blue Knights.
Blue Knights with it as they trail by 19 points, 42-23. South Suburban was favored in this game, but this tournament's been crazy in the past. You never know what can happen. South Suburban, though, normally brings it, and they have so far this game. Nice pass down low to Lilquist. Lilquist's shot is up and good.
Well, that time Lilquist beat the 2 men on the inside and was able to get the layup. Lilquist now with 7 points.
42-25. South Suburban still leads. Cicero.
Wow, he took a jab to the gut that time.
Yeah, he did. Benford to Bell. Bell, Cicero in the lane. Nice last pass there by Harris. He didn't have a lot of room to operate, but it was enough to get that bucket. 44-25.
I'm not sure the pass was necessary, but Harris got the basket, so they'll take it. 17 minutes to go.
Blue Knights nearly poked away there by Benford. Lilquist looking down low for Murray. They've been trying to get Murray going in this game, but Cicero and Harris have done a great job defensively, and there's a travel called on Murray.
Murray very frustrated. Just tried to lower his shoulder that time and do something with it, but when he does that, he tries to put the ball on the ground, and being a big man, that's not his specialty.
Bad idea.
And he's too far away from the basket to really deal with it. I would think he'd be better off doing kind of a high-low with the other big man, Lilquist.
Shot is up and made. Easy little floater in the lane from Harris. Harris has 12, and the lead now 21. Blue Knights.
The coach was angry with that. Wasn't a good enough shot.
Lilquist has it nearly stolen away, but they are going to say that was a foul on the wrist by Mingo. So Devin Mingo with his third foul.
Mingo went up after it. And the big guy was just holding it up there like a big old beach ball. Come get it, come get it. He just was a little too overactive going after it.
16-13 to play in this one. A 21-point lead for South Suburban. Lead at 46-25 over Dakota County. This is Waddington finding Lilquist. Lilquist with an interesting three-point shot. And I believe a loose ball foul there on Cole Murray. They are going to call it on Murray.
Yep, Murray. We call him pushing off as he pedaled backwards to get the rebound off the three-point shot. Coach trying to keep his team, South Suburban team, moving, and it's not easy. When you look up the scoreboard and you think we can cruise the rest of the way, but your coach does not want that. You get that mentality and carry that over to the next day. You don't want that to happen in this tournament.
Benford at the top of the key, going to drive right, runs out of room. Now they're going to take the jumper in the lane, rims in and out. Blue Knights down with the rebound, and pass midcourt.
Boy, deserved better than that. That was a pretty move.
Daniels to Murray. Murray left side. Lilquist to Daniels. The jumper from Rogers just barely misses, but Lilquist there for the offensive rebound. Daniels with a chance for three, and he knocks it down.
Well, Bell was flying around helping out on everybody on that play, and that left Daniels open a couple of times and finally got his three to hit. That's his second three of the game, and the lead's down to 18.
46-28, South Suburban leading. Here's another shot by Benford, and just barely missing. Cole Murray down with the defensive board, back the other way. Daniels runs into a man and gets the foul called there on, I believe it was Harris, on the blocking foul.
I think it was Bell.
Did they call Bell? Yep, they are going to call Bell.
Yeah.
Second on him.
Jordan Matthews comes back in the game for South Suburban.
Shakur Pinder in for South Suburban. Daniels left corner. Benford on him. Past the pick, tries to go past two, nearly loses it. Lilquist looking down for Murray. Daniels going to take another three, same spot as the last. Back iron, no good. Rebound down to South Suburban.
Suburban long arms and good jump. And that'll take you right out of and good positioning for the rebounds too. It really is a very well-disciplined team on the inside.
Pinder down low, hook shot, no good. Rebound down to the Blue Knights.
Coach says don't fade away on that shot, and he did. He should have gone up a lot stronger with that one.
Waddington all the way to the rim. Shot is up and good. Waddington with 11.
Wadlington is a pretty good little player. He's got some motor to him. I think he's now 5 out of 7 shooting, including a three-pointer today.
46-30, South Suburban leads. Bell between two, goes up with it and is fouled.
Yeah, he got hit by both the big guys. I like that Lilquist kid comes over and picks guy up every time.
Yes, he does. Very good sport as they call that one on Lilquist. That'll be his second. And I believe a 30-second timeout call there. Did they call their media timeout there?
They called
We're
the
under
media
14,
timeout.
so we'll go ahead and take it. Watching NJCAA basketball championships on NJCAA TV and listening on 1490 WBAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com.
There's some really complicated rules. It's really weird. But we'll just guess. When I told him to talk to him, he says, in any other division but this one, that would have been a 60-second media timeout. So they're just playing with it. They should just set a rule like everybody else. Bell can play at the next level.
Huh?
Bell can play at the next level.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Back here at the Mary Miller Gymnasium on the campus of Danville Area Community College. Anthony Wilder, Eric Loy here for game 3 of 6 today. Yeah, South Suburban leading at Dakota County, 46-30.
Try to get some insight into whether Rasheed Bell's got a 4-year college he's going to yet, and I've been told he does definitely have offers, and he should. He's going to be able to play at the next level. There's not much doubt about that.
He's played really well so far in this one, and now sits at the free throw line here. First free throw, no good.
Well, maybe he can.
Got to make free throws. Country Financial agent Dave Harvey. You can call Dave today for all your financial needs at 431-8722. He's your free throw sponsor throughout the tournament. Second free throw on the way, makes that one. And Bell with his first points of the second half. He's got 15 total.
And now a little bit of pressure, a little trap pressure.
Coach Pagani changing things up on the Blue Knights, and Waddington all the way to the rim, but a nice block there by Pinder. Back the other way, 3-on-1. Bell, finger roll, up and in.
He just got just enough on the roll to hit the front part of the rim and roll over the top. Finger roll, rim roll, everything rolled.
49-30. South Suburban's biggest lead was 21. Now trapped over on the sideline. Waddington, he stepped on the sideline. Good defensive prowess there from South Suburban, causing plenty of turnovers in this one against the Blue Knights.
Yep, didn't get the ball out of his hands quick enough. You can pass over there against that defense, but you got to pass and quickly hop that pass back over again to somebody else.
Matthews to Bell, Bell to Pinder, Pinder back to Bell. Pass over to Matthews, this is a 3. No good, left it a little short. Murray with the rebound for the Blue Knights and back the other way. Daniels in the lane and swatted away by Pinder. I think that's at least his 3rd block of the game. He has been a big factor inside defensively for South Suburban, and he's been coming off the bench doing all this.
Well, he didn't block it with his hand. He blocked it up his forearm. That's how high he got up.
Yeah.
Very, very clean.
17 seconds on the shot clock. Waddington with a nice spin move inside. How about that? 4th block of the game for Pinder. Back the other way. Bell, 1-on-1. Shot up and good. 19 for Bell. 21-point lead for South Suburban.
Actually, officially, that's 21 for Bell. Well, 16 at halftime. And a foul on the other side, and that will be on Pinder. Just his first.
First on Pinder. And at the line, shooting will be Waddington. Adrian Waddington. First free throw on the way. It's good.
I like Waddington's engine. He really does go after it. He is not afraid to go in. And he controls his body pretty well going up. He's had the shot blocked a couple times, but that has not stopped him. He's the only one who's really been able to effectively get to the basket for Dakota County.
Both free throws made by Waddington. Decreases the lead to 19 and still in favor of South Suburban. They've controlled it since opening tip. Benford, nice pass down low to Pinder. Pinder goes up with it, just barely misses. He'll head to the Dave Harvey Country Financial Agent free throw line. Foul, I believe they call it on Joey Johnson. That's Johnson's second.
Pinder will go to the free throw line. Haven't had a whole lot of free throws in this game. In the first half, Suburban was 5 out of 6, and Dakota was 3 out of 5.
First free throw, no good.
That was pretty tentative. Coach says, make this one. I like that coaching.
Second free throw on the way. It's no good.
Stolen away.
Nearly stolen away by Benford.
And knocked out of bounds. Coach is getting with the referee. He's like, oh, try not to put him on the free throw line. Again, this kind of zone trap pressure. About 3/4 of court.
Rogers pass midcourt, taking it all the way to the rim and nearly blocked away. Murray there to clean up the loose change and puts it up and in.
Good job by Murray that time, following it up. Under control, got the basket.
17-point lead now for South Suburban with 11:50 to play in the second half. Bell to Benford. Benford to Matthews. Matthews takes a couple steps inside, over to Cicero, tries to muscle his way in, no good. Rebound down to the Blue Knights. Coach Pagatti not happy with that. He's stomping mad.
Didn't go up strong enough.
Deep three by Waddington, he misses. And a rebound down to Benford. Benford's going to lose it. Waddington comes up with it. And not a good foul there by Bell. That's going to be number 3.
Yeah. And we're going to have substitution. Few substitutions. Mingo will be in, as well as Harris.
And they're going to take Rasheed Bell out and Cicero, Deontay Cicero. 11,
Leads down to 17.
11:22 to play here in the second half. Adrian Waddington has been the bright spot for Dakota County. Over to Daniels. Daniels right side, top of the key. Tried to make the pass over to Joey Johnson, and they're going to call the foul on Joey Johnson.
And they pass it into the corner to an open guy for a 3, but Johnson moved and created contact with one of the Suburban players and ended up with his 3rd foul.
South Suburban, 11 minutes to play. They lead 51-34. Mingo to Pender. Pender, nice move down low. Wasn't able to finish, left it a little short. And Waddington, who's played hard this game, comes down with another defensive rebound. Waddington at the top of the key. And they're going to say he palmed that one, so that will be a Memories by Design turnover.
Tried a little stop and go that time, and he didn't stop long enough. Or he stopped too far and didn't have his blinkers on when he went or something. But South Suburban really, they have a good lead, but I'm sure coach isn't happy that they haven't been able to expand it much further.
Nice pass in the lane. The shot up and no good. Rims in and out there for Benford. Rebound down to the Blue Knights. Blue Knights will try to push it. Daniels between the circles. Nice step back, and he nails that jumper. And there's a little bit of life here in the Blue Knights. It is a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take it as well. It is a full timeout. Go ahead and take it. 51-36, South Suburban leading. Watching the NJCAA Basketball Championships on NJCAA TV and listening on 1490 WDAN at VermilionCountyFirst.com. And back here at the Mary Miller Gymnasium on the campus of Dan Valerio Community College, Anthony Wilder, Eric Boyd, game 3 of 6 today. South Suburban leading Dakota County 51-36, 10-16 to play in this one. South Suburban will inbound. It'll be Benford come across the timeline, right side. Pass down low to Harris, knocked away. Coach Pagani not pleased with his team right now. Their lead was as big as 21. And they've controlled since opening tip. Daniels to Rogers. Rogers drives inside, puts up a shot. No good. Rebound down to Benford. South Suburban pushes it up court. Mingo to Pender. Up and in.
Well, that was too bad they couldn't take advantage of a classic pick and roll. Murray was open under the basket, but they couldn't get it to him. 53-36. Lead back up to 17
for the Bulldogs of South Suburban, the Chicago area. Waddington driving inside, shot partially blocked. South Suburban's done a good job of that today. Full head of steam there for Anthony Harris. He misses the dunk and lands awkwardly on his back.
And a foul is going to be called. And he landed on his hip, it looks like.
So they will need to make a substitution as Coach Pagani goes to check on his player. The foul on Tremaine Daniels.
Foul is going to be on Daniels, his first.
Harris is up and okay. And they're going to send in Bell. Harris still a little bit of pain.
So they talk a little talk of what's happened here.
Okay, so get you two in. Oh, okay.
So the four on the floor at the time. So what are we going to do here?
You got him!
Good work by the officiating crew to get that one settled up. Harris going to come out, Bell going to go in.
What? I'm not really understanding what's going on here.
I'm not either, but they worked it out.
The net result is you got free throws.
And it will be Pender who will take them.
Yeah.
Shakur Pender at the Country Financial Agent Dave Harvey free throw line, and that first one left it way short.
Well, the other coach got a chance to choose who shot the free throw.
Okay. So that was the discrepancy. That's why coach for Dakota Johnson was out on the floor. Second free throw, back iron, no good. One shot too hard, the other too soft for Pender. And a 17-point lead for South Suburban.
Coach was trying to bring in somebody who could shoot a little better free throws. And couldn't get away with it.
Monte Jones down low to Murray. Murray shot up, no good, left it short. Bell working hard underneath, rips it away. Past midcourt with it.
That's something Murray will learn when he becomes a sophomore to take advantage of, because he was open. He should have had that basket.
Pender over to Bell. Bell back to Benford. Benford to Mingo. Back to Benford. Right baseline shot. No good. Rebound down to the Blue Knights. 8:27 to play in this one. A 17-point lead for the Bulldogs of South Suburban. They lead at 53-36. Pass over to Waddington left side. Shot is up. May have been partially blocked. A nice pass there by Waddington, but right off the body of Jones. Back the other way. Mingo one-on-one. Shot is up, and they're going to call a foul on Daniels.
It's been a very fitful last couple of minutes, this game, both sides. But Dakota is not going to run away in this game. They're going to keep trying and muddy it up, and maybe they can get closer here as we get down to the 8-minute mark.
Free throws upcoming for Devon Mingo. He knocks down the first. 5 points unofficially for Mingo in my book.
Right now, they've only been outscored 14-13 in this quarter, this half, and 12 minutes.
Second free throw on the way. Mingo knocks both of those down. He has 6. With 8 minutes to play, it's a 19-point game in favor of South Suburban. They lead 55-36. Lilquist runs out of room. He traveled. No, he didn't.
10-second call.
10-second call.
And he stood there right close to the line, but wasn't quite over it. One of the things with the big man is you want to set him just on the other side of the line so you can clear it.
Mingo to Benford. Benford back to Mingo. Mingo left side, runs out of room. Takes it back. Cross-court pass. Matthews takes the mid-range jumper, leaves it short, airballed. Dante Jones with the rebound. Blue Knights take it past midcourt. Past one pick. Has a drive inside and get it over to Joey Johnson, but out of the hands of Johnson. And a turnover. Remember, he's by design turnover. Do have a 30-second timeout coming from Coach Pagatti and crew, and all timeouts brought to you by Tilton Pro Lube. Top-notch service, Pennzoil products, and convenience, all in one location, located at the corner of Ross Lane and Georgetown Road. Also, all three-point shots today brought to you by Jennifer Worth, State Farm agent. And we'll always get a free agent with every policy. You can call her at 217-442-4698. Remember, she is licensed in Illinois and Indiana.
It's been a very frustrating last couple minutes for both coaches. I'm sure Coach Pagatti is very frustrated that this team hasn't pulled away, but it's also got to be frustrating for Coach Bo because Suburban's been giving them chances here, and they've been getting it up close to the basket. They just haven't been able to finish things off. They've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times. And a very low-scoring first part of this half, and their chance to bring this down to a 10-point or single-digit lead has slipped right through their hands, and they're still almost down 20.
55-36, the lead for South Suburban. This is Benford. Matthews, Mingo, back to Matthews. In the lane, nobody home, and Coach Pagatti says, "I'll take it." And that's not what the what the players want to see, as they hand the ball in Coach Pagatti's hands.
tells the player from Dakota, "I can shoot." Coach may have actually stolen it from his own player there. One of the players who couldn't dive for it.
Yeah. Waddington in the lane, takes the mid-range jumper. That's a nice shot. Waddington, the one bright spot for the Blue Knights, continues his point. Continues putting points up on the board for the Blue Knights. 55-38, lead for South Suburban. Lead has been as big as 21 for the Bulldogs. Blue Knights have not led. Bell, nice defense by Daniels. Matthews, Daniels on him. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Cicero in the lane, working on Lilquist. Went up and down with it. That's a traveling violation against Cicero.
And some more substitutions.
Pender going to come back in, as well as Anthony Harris. Sitting down will be Matthews and Cicero for South Suburban.
6:17 to go. Suburban going to get
If they don't start
gonna put some real pressure on now. Well, arm's length pressure on the inbounds.
Daniels between the circles, going to drive in the lane. Shot is up. Pender right there to make a difference on how that shot was taken. And Joey Johnson down with the offensive rebound. Rogers, left corner, three, knocks it down. They're going to say two.
Yeah,
it was only two.
How about that? An actual offensive rebound by Dakota. The first half they had one.
Lead is down to 15 for South Suburban. Mingo, left side. To Benford. Armand Benford to Bell. Bell to Harris. Ooh, Bell hits the deck. Got tripped up. Pender double teamed over to Mingo. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Got to put up his shot. That's another shot clock violation.
Wow.
Against the Bulldogs.
Coach Pagatti is beside himself. And again, they've got to take advantage and just get some points on the board. They hit a three here, and it's a 12-point lead with 5 minutes to go. I've seen bigger leads shrink in lesser amounts of time.
Waddington has that poked away. Was not a backcourt violation because it was last touch by South Suburban. Lilquist over to Daniels. Daniels looking down low for Waddington, but good defense from Mingo. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Down to 5, down to 4, down to 3, and it's knocked out of bounds. So
1 second on the shot clock.
1 second for the Blue Knights here to get something up. Coach Pagatti sends in Ahab El-Tayeb.
And have him stand in front of him to make sure he doesn't get an easy. There's 1 second on the shot clock. So whoever gets it is just going to have to fire it up there.
Shot by Waddington is no good. Airballs it. Will be a shot clock violation. We've seen quite a bit.
Oh,
of
no,
them.
they called a foul.
Call a foul on Harris there.
Yeah, 3 shots.
A late foul coming against Harris. That's Harris's second.
So they'll get 3 shots on this one. So
that's
about as good as you could have hoped out of that one.
Yeah. First free throw on the way.
Except you missed the free throw.
You got to make them if you're Waddington.
That's all I'm going to tell you.
Free throws brought to you by Country Financial Agent Dave Hartman. Call him today for all your financial needs at 431-8722. Waddington's second free throw is good. Unofficially, Waddington with 16 points. El-Tayeb comes out. See Buzz wearing that South Suburban shirt. 55-41, the lead for South Suburban. Third free throw is good, so 2 out of 3 makes for Waddington.
Now we're down to 13 points.
Lead was as big as 21 for the Bulldogs in this one. 4:45 to play. Benford finding Pender. Pender to Mingo. Blue Knights in man-to-man defense. Bell going to drive in the lane. Shot up. Rebound by Pender. Misses. And then the tip-in is good by Benford.
That could have been disastrous, too. But Benford, just sheer work, put that ball in.
Daniels. Waddington in the lane. Scoop shot up and good.
He's going to will this team right back into it, isn't he?
Yeah. He's definitely been the bright spot for the Blue Knights. Down to 4 minutes, 57-44 South Suburban. Blue Knights trying to cut this to single digits. Pass down low to Harris. Harris working left baseline. Back up to Mingo. Mingo hands it off to Bell. Bell had a lot of room. Going to pass it off to Mingo. Mingo knocks down a big three-pointer.
That's only the second three-pointer they've made this game.
Not a lot of threes in this game overall.
Just the ones that the Blue Knights hit in the first half.
Tremaine Daniels to Dante Jones. Jones, top of the perimeter. Looking right, going left, finding Daniels. 8 seconds on the shot clock. South Suburban turning up the heat defensively. Caught between 2, knocked away. Harris has it, 1-on-3. Harris is going to lay it up and in.
And now they found the gas pedal again.
A lead just a second ago, down to 13, now back up to 18. And that jumper there by Rogers is good.
Where's that been? That was a beauty.
16-point lead for South Suburban. Shakur Pender looking down low, finding Harris between the circles. Over to Benford. Coach Pagatti says it's time, guys. 8 seconds. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice pass down low to Harris. Harris, spin move, shot up, uses the glass nicely up and in.
Went up very high and put just enough spin on it where it stayed inside the cylinder.
Now back up to 18 points for South Suburban. That lead, 64-46. Lilquist, three-pointer, rims in and out. Rebound down to South Suburban. All alone, all the way to the hoop. Benford says, if you're going to give me that much room, I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Foul on Martez Rogers. Second on Rogers. 2:04 to play. South Suburban leading 64-46, and they'll get some free throws upcoming.
It will be interesting to see what this Dakota team is able to do next season. Then just one sophomore on this team.
First free throw good by Armand Benford. He has 7 unofficially. South Suburban trying to extend the lead back to 20 with a made free throw here. And it's good.
So we're down to 13, now back up to 20.
Blue Knights trying to get back in this one, running out of time a little too late. And another steal here for South Suburban. A lot of head full of steam there on the for the Bulldogs side is Anthony Harris with the easy layup. He has 18 unofficially. And now a 22-point lead for South Suburban. That is their biggest lead of the game.
Coach wanted them to hold up a little bit. And now they're going to bring in some ball handlers to play keep away.
Pass down to Murray. Murray's had a rough game. Off his knee, out of bounds. It'll go to South Suburban.
That was not a good pass at all. Again, you pass to the big guy, you keep it the waist above, and it was down below. You expect him to come down a long way to get to that ball, and it just went through his hands out of bounds.
Wholesale substitutions coming in for South Suburban. Al-Tayeb coming in. Marshawn Tobin as well. New sub into the game for South Suburban, Brian Thomas, as well as Hashim Keys and Armand Benford. 1:20 to play, 22-point lead for South Suburban. They're going to cruise to a good first victory as they got off to a hot start and did not let up. A couple of mini runs coming from the Blue Knights, but not enough. And South Suburban definitely looks like the better of the two here. And the rebound down to the Blue Knights. That's Jamari Garrett into the game for the Blue Knights.
1 minute left. Got a timeout. We're going to have massive subs in the game here.
Devon Moe coming in.
Lee Howard back in. For the Blue Knights, they brought in Devin Moe, as you mentioned, a 5'10 freshman from South St. Paul. I think he's the only player they have that hasn't come in yet. Victor Goncharenko now in as well. Goncharenko from Hampton, Michigan, 6'3 freshman. So they've had all their players in the game.
Blue Knights inbound, down 22 with 55 seconds to play. In the left corner, driving baseline, running out of room is Garrett. Garrett passes to Jones. Jones, turnaround jumper is good.
Jones has 3, 40 seconds.
20-point game. The Bulldogs will be feeling good about this win. Driving baseline in the corner, right corner. Shot up by Thomas, no good. Loses it, regains it. Another attempt, no good. And Blue Knights come down with the defensive board, down to 19 seconds. Pass over to Jones. Jones in the corner to Moe. Back to Jones. 9 seconds.
8.
Down to 5. Blue Knights may not even get a shot off. Down to 3, down to 2. 1 shot at the buzzer is no good. And that is going to be it. A big win for South Suburban and Coach Pagani over the Blue Knights, 68-48. So we'll go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show and coaches interviews brought to you by Landmark Credit Union. You're watching NJCAA basketball championships on NJCAA TV and listening on 1490 WDAN and around the world on VermilionCountyFirst.com.
We got after it on defense. It started with our bench. Our intensity level on the bench really gets us going. We just got out there. Coach told us to shut down number 5, their leading scorer. So we got out there. He had maybe 2-3 touches in the first half. I think he finished with maybe 19, but I thought we played great defense on him, and then we had great help side defense whenever he was penetrating and kicking.
As you talk about the start you guys got off to, you talk about the defense, but talk about what you guys did well offensively to kind of on that 10-0 run that you had early in the game.
Offensively, I'd have to say we moved the ball. We were in our motion offense since they were in zone, so we were just cutting a lot. And then our bigs did a great job of offensive rebounding.
Hey, talk about what that means for you guys. I mean, the offensive rebounds. I mean, you guys seem to control the glass. What'd that do for this team?
Oh, it's like our motto. Our bigs crash. You know, that's basically how they get their points, and then we'll go inside out, and it opens the shots up for us for our guards.
Coach talked about that you guys are kind of playing with a chip on your shoulder. Explain what that means for you guys.
Yes, sir. Those 11 forfeits that we had, that's the only thing we hear whenever they announce our record is we don't hear the wins, we just hear the losses. So we play extremely humbled. You know, we had those games taken away from us. So we just go out there and we play like we have something to prove every night.
So I need to thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach.
For you or me? For me?
Sure does help, though. I'm like, wow, I'm missing out on a lot.
I get ridiculed for it right now.
Oh, do you?
Let's hear.
Yes, please. Well, probably the worst scenario for you was that start that you guys got off to.
Yeah, no, it was, I mean, I don't know, we didn't react to their defensive pressure all day. I mean, it was, I thought we had a couple chances to get back and cut it to single digits in the second half, but again, we forced too many shots. We didn't react to their secondary defenders coming over, and we just let them block too many shots. We didn't kick it enough. We didn't dump it down to our posts enough. You know, and then we did try to post up. Our post guys would let guys come in and tip the balls away from them. Yeah, give them the credit though. Defensively, they're just a really good basketball team, and they took us out of everything that we normally do, and give them credit.
The other big thing was their second chance points. I mean, that you couldn't quite keep them off the offensive glass.
And going in, and we knew that. I mean, I thought that was their biggest strength of their team, and when you see it live, you get a taste of it, and I think our kids were fighting in there, and just, I mean, sometimes you're going to lose those one-on-one battles, and we did a little too much in the first half when they got up got that 20-point lead, and you know, I thought the zone overall was probably good for us. I mean, you know, I was just telling the radio guys if someone would have said we'd have had held them to 68 today, I'd have taken that probably at the beginning of the day, and thought we would play better offensively, and we just didn't. We couldn't get it going today, and too much one-on-one, and just not enough ball movement, and too many turnovers, and too many quick force shots that just feed into them. It was just a rough day for us offensively.
After getting down by double digits, as you said, you kind of had a couple opportunities to kind of crack into the single digits there in the second half, it seemed like, and just couldn't quite get over the hump. I mean, was that something that you were thinking, if you got over the hump, maybe things could turn a little bit?
Yeah, I thought, we talked about it at halftime. We thought if we could keep it close, we could, put some pressure on them and make them execute, and have to make some execution plays, but it never got to that point where, it became a single-digit game, and, I thought we had some opportunities where, we weren't strong enough with the ball going to the rim, or didn't make the right read on a secondary defender, and, our guards really struggled today getting us into good offense, and we tried to change it up and get away from screening actions to more dribble, drive, and kick action, trying to, you know, get away from their pressure, and it just, you know, it just didn't work out for us today.
That's what we need. Thank you, Cal.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Well, you had to be pleased with the start. Of this.
Yeah, you know, I thought we executed very well at the beginning with our game script, and you know, I thought for the most part we executed good, and then we just got stagnant. I mean, offensively, that was brutal. I mean, we didn't make baskets. We weren't in a good flow at all, and it's hard to get in a flow. We were actually in a good flow, and you'd think, you know, offensively you would be in a good flow as the game went on. We were in a good flow to start the game, and then we just lost it, and we were just stagnant and started standing around, and that's what zones do to you. And the only reason why I won the game is because I thought our defensive pressure and, you know, we did, I don't know, I haven't seen the stats. Nobody gives me any stats sheet. My assistant has them, but they don't want to give them to me evidently. But I thought we did a really good job. I don't know, what did Waddington have?
19.
Yeah, 19. I mean, and I thought we did a pretty good job on it. You know what I mean? But we gave up 5 threes to them, and I thought that for the most part, you know, they're a very good three-point shooting team, even though their stats don't say it, okay? And some people were telling me, I said, no, they can really get going and make threes, and we have to stop that. We watched that on film, and I thought for the most part we made a couple mistakes early, gave up 4 in the first half, made up that 1 in the second half, but then I thought we took them out of that and holding 23 points in the second half when teams usually get going in the postseason second half wise. I thought it was pretty good defensively.
And the other thing was the forced turnovers. It seemed like you forced them into a lot of poor possessions.
Yeah, well, our guys did a good job. They moved their feet well. They deflected stuff. They had their hands moving, and you know. So I think when we look back at our effort charts, we do a lot of deflections. You know, deflection led to a steal. And so, and then steal, that type of thing. And so I think our defense sort of predicated our offense today. And that, you know, as we go into the tournament, we've got to get some offensive issues solved in this day off and try to figure out where we're at, because, you know, we were in a good flow early, and then we were just in a terrible flow after that.
How much did the offensive rebounding maybe save you by not maybe being in a good offensive flow and that?
Well, yeah, because they just stand around and just look to chuck it and they go find it. Well, you know, I told the guys on TV, I said, you know, our guys are so used to our guys missing, they know where it's coming. So they just go anticipate it, you know. But we didn't convert a lot of offensive rebounds either, if you really look at it. I don't know what we shot for the field because still haven't seen any stats. But, you know, I don't know if it was very good. And missed a ton of bunnies inside. But you got to give them credit. Murray's a monster in there, okay? And he's huge. And so for us to, you know, be able to try to score over him, I mean, we'll get some other monsters that we're going to play against coming up. But, you know, I thought that we've got to be able to finish better inside.
Talk about Rashid's game a little bit.
You know, he didn't have a great shooting day, but defensively he really picked it up. And that leads to him. He's a full court type of guy. He can really out and go, and he's very quick. And, you know, he made the 1-3, but, you know, he's got to be able to get in the flow a little bit offensively. And I think as the tournament goes on, we're definitely going to need him to do it. But defensively, I thought he was terrific tonight. And I thought for the most part, you know, that's probably, to be honest with you, this is our 33rd game. I would think it's in the top 2 or 3 of his defensive effort all year.
That's what I needed.
All right.
I appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
Done?
Yeah.